Hey, yo, BD, folks, stop playing for Durk and smack your boy.
Job Zam, boy.
Fat
Going on, Chop?
on BD.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Young Chop. Now, for those of you who don't know, Young Chop is a record producer and beat maker who gained fame and notoriety from producing hits for Chief Keef, which essentially led to him blowing up. I'm talking about some of the biggest songs to date in Chief Keef's catalog. I'm talking about Don't Like, Love Sosa, all those songs, man. Like everything you could think of, like anything you could think of that's a huge hit, right? And he's produced for others, right? He's had his opportunity in the game. And on social media, he has a huge presence. Like his lives are interesting because he invites a lot of people on. And everybody gets to come on there. And for the most part, it seems like playful interactions where they're kind of clowning him, man. It seems harsh at times, but he takes it on the chin and it's like nothing, right? Now, what's crazy is Young Chop has been saying some things on social media that a lot of fans from Chicago don't vibe with, man. They don't understand where it's coming from, and it seems out of place because with King Von releasing his album yesterday, at the same time as NBA Youngboy and DaBaby releasing their joint project, everybody thought Chicago would be unified in at least trying to support the King Von album. But Young Chop shocked everybody when he was putting out full support for NBA Youngboy and DaBaby's project. So with him being so closely related to the Chief Keef chain and then Lil Durk and Lil Reese, and he's worked with all these cats before, people thought this was odd. And Young Chop went on social media and was talking to fans, and man, they were coming at him. Now, Young Chop's posts on social media were pretty crazy, but before we break them down and talk about this whole situation, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this whole Young Chop situation. Now, Young Chop made several posts on social media that had people scratching their heads. Like recently, he made a post where it seemed like he was calling out everybody who has anything to do with this King Von album. Also, he made a post that had fans feeling like he was going at Gucci Mane for going at NBA Youngboy, man. Now, with that, he was also making posts like this one right here, where you see this picture, where he's pretty much dissing somebody's record label, and a lot of fans felt like he was taking a shot at OTF. Now, I'm not for sure that any of this is a line or any of that what fans are saying out there on the, in the comment sections is true. But one thing is for sure, he is definitely showing a lot of support for this NBA Youngboy and DaBaby project. Now, it's called NBA Youngboy and DaBaby. They dropped their album yesterday, and it's called Better Than You, right? Now, I was looking through the credits to see if maybe Young Chop had produced on the album or whatever, because he made this post on his story right here. And you can see it's for a song called Wi-Fi that ends up being that's on NBA Youngboy and DaBaby's album, right? Now, what's odd is the producer that's listed on this song is a guy named Glacier, and it doesn't say anything about Young Chop assisting or Young Chop adding any type of, what is it called, an interpolation or whatever, wherever they, take your beat and then remix it or whatever. It might be, but for some reason he was promoting that song. I don't know, was he doing this out of pure shock value or he was trying to troll fans, but it seemed like he had an issue with somebody out there involved in the King Von project, man. Now, other people have shown their support. So Lil Reese, he made a post and he basically was supporting the King Von album, of course. We've seen them in pictures together and everything like that. And he made several posts on his story or whatnot. But Young Chop seems to be a mystery. And some fans think he's coming at Lil Durk. Now, he was on live and he was talking to a group of fans. He was bringing fans on, taking them off, bringing fans on, taking them off. And they were having a discussion and it went totally left. Now, let's check out this discussion that he had with this group of fans right here.
Hey, yo, BD, folks, stop playing for Durk and smack your boy.
That job Zam, boy.
Fat
Going on, Chop?
on BD.
Chop with the
Boy, that's how I
business
know
here,
you ain't even
nigga.
from nowhere.
Yo, ass.
Boy, your fat ass.
So y'all like that?
Yeah.
Go make some
Chop,
Yo,
man.
Instagram,
Come to
folks. Stop
Indiana
playing
with
with
yo,
it, man. Come
So
to
y'all like
Indiana
that?
with it.
hey,
you
Come to
like that?
Indiana with it, man.
So y'all like that?
Yo ass shot the peak
Oh,
before
man,
his
the
name,
union
man.
heavy, man.
Chop,
Your ass is
Man,
going,
hey,
Rappers
he
what you
clean
going,
it.
down
boy?
south,
go
man.
get you a
Get y'all
WK,
scary
man.
on.
TMK, man.
Y'all
Go
is
get you
Motherfucker
a
not like
only
that.
WK,
beefing,
man.
boy. Beat
It's
the fat
not
off
built like
your
that.
ass, boy. Stop
This
playing.
nigga Chop funny as man.
Nah,
Hey,
you
I fuck
funny
with
as
Chop.
hell.
Chop
Hey, I
fat,
How about
put you
y'all
on the line,
auntie
though. I
saving
fuck
y'all goofy?
fat as hell, boy.
Hey, I'm
Auntie
Motherfucker
fucking
saving
smack
y'all.
your
Get y'all
goof
scary
ass
ass
boy.
on. Auntie
who's
saving
scary.
y'all.
Your
Auntie
ass
trying to
internet.
save
Hey,
y'all.
Yeah.
Chop, why
Police
you going
boys.
crazy on this
Y'all
Your
know
ass,
line,
I know
fool?
y'all police.
your ass going in, got the
Talking
tweaking,
crazy on
boy.
this.
Police, man.
I mean,
Now, like I said, that exchange went totally left. And you heard the first guy, when he got on the live with Young Chop, he said, hey, man, why don't you stop talking about Durk before they get on you? You know what I mean? And this has a lot of people confused as well, because Lil Durk, for all intents and purposes, we thought was cool with everybody who's, with Chief Keef and them. I know they don't talk, and I know there's a silence barrier there, and sometimes they don't post each other, and it's a weird situation with that, man. You would think, because when they first all came up together, they seemed like they used to make songs and be cooler with each other, but as things, everybody started to become successful in the rap game, Durk went his way and he kind of mellowed out, and now he's like at the top of hip hop. You would think they would all be interacting and working with each other, but it's just not like that. And maybe it's just a telltale sign of growing up and people growing apart. You know what I mean? And that's just life with that. But what's weird is you would think there would still be some type of loyalty. But obviously there isn't, because Young Chop posted this post right here on his page, man. Now in this post, you can see he's in clear support of the NBA Youngboy and the Baby project, man. He even put it up there and told people to go check it out. Now, in the caption of this is what he said. Now, in that caption, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. He said, MP, that other album trash, I didn't play it. Laughing emoji. So basically, dissing King Von's whole album. And to be honest, I've given it a listen. It is far from trash, man. The album is pretty good, man. It's actually better than I expected. Now, with that, with the NBA Youngboy and the Baby album, it's getting a lot of praise too, man. It just seems like they're at a friendly competition as far as which album will outsell or will outperform the other. And there's nothing wrong with that, really. But it's just a shock to see that Young Chop is siding with NBA Youngboy and the Baby's project as opposed to King Von's project. Because I've seen videos of him and King Von talking on live, be it, friendly conversation or not. You would think that, there would be some type of connection there. But maybe Young Chop has some production credit on this project that we don't see right now. Because, when these albums come out sometimes with the credits and the production credits, you usually don't get the full picture. And maybe he did some work on the album. I don't know. That's just a possibility. Maybe not. Maybe he legitimately likes that album better. But right now, it seems like a mixed response, because most people are siding with King Von's album. It's getting a lot of praise online on social media, and I was impressed by it. Now, the NBA Youngboy and the Baby album, they got a core fan base like no other, and their ability to capitalize on their platforms and to get it streams, man, they'll probably shoot that album to #1 and probably even, a couple weeks. Who knows? We'll see. But with that, what do you guys think about this, man? Do you think that Young Chop is, clearly showing that he's not rocking with OTF and Lil Durk and them? Or do you think he's just trolling, trying to get attention? Or do you feel like he legitimately has a vested interest in NBA Youngboy and the Baby's project? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.